So how much would you need per year to be considered living comfortably?
How would you define comfort?
That's up to you.
Um,
Everybody, I think everybody's idea of comfortability is different.
yeah, yeah,
And by comfort, there's probably tons of parameters.
yeah,
Oh, can I take more trips or have more money in savings or
yeah,
can I take off for 6 months? So
yeah.
kind of define maybe what be your level of um, X amount of dollars.
Mm.
Oh, I'm comfortable now.
It depends on the area that I'm currently living in or I want to live in, and I will also think of it kind of like an NBA contract, like John Wall, let's say. Like I would have to start off at a certain amount, but I would need incremental increases every year to keep up with inflation and
So you need
the
growth,
lifestyle.
growth along with it.
You
You can't just
definitely
be
will need
like,
growth.
this is the number. I'm good
Yeah,
here
yeah. I mean,
indefinitely.
like we're seeing, groceries cost more, and that goes up every single year. We've never seen a time where, oh, this year I'm spending less on gas and groceries. No, it's always going up. So, um, say right now with my current lifestyle and family and children and all that good stuff, take home. Are we talking about take home or gross or
Let's just talk about overall salary, overall revenue / salary.
when you say salary, like a W-2 salary, right? How much?
Let's go on that first too, because making
Mm-hmm.
X amount of dollars on the W-2 is
Different.
definitely going to be different.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're self-employed.
I would probably say to be comfortable, maybe 200,000 with maybe a 10% increase every year
Okay.
to keep up with inflation.
Okay. And why?
The amount of kids or dependents that I have to take care of.
Is it because you also might plan to have additional children
No,
going forward?
but let's say current. I say current.
Okay.
The amount of dependents I currently have and
Okay.
will forever have. The only addition we're gonna have is probably a dog at the most, and that's still debatable.
Okay.
But the amount of dependents that I have, what I think they need to survive and thrive as far as education and extracurricular activities, the amount of travel that I desire to take with my family. Think if you have multiple kids, a wife, to travel, that's a decent amount of money.
It is.
And actually have a good time.
Right.
So I think
for multiple days as well.
Yeah, for multiple days. Vehicles and kids start getting older. You gotta pay for their college tuition. You gotta pay for their vehicles. Boys like Jordans, so you times that by how many children you have. So
potential wedding as well.
Potential weddings
for your daughter and down the line.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So all stuff to think about.
Yeah, ways away. But so thinking about all that, I think 200,000 is probably that number at the current moment with, like, say, a 10% increase every year or every 2 years at the most would probably be like that super comfortable space.
Okay. So no intentions of balling out really. It's more so.
I mean, at 200,000, I wouldn't say ball out.
Yeah.
But you'll have the luxuries that you desire.
Right.
You won't be driving the Hoopty or the Crown Vic. You'll be driving, probably a nice Escalade, Tahoe, something like that.
Okay.
And enough in the savings, to survive if something does happen for some, 6 months to a year, probably. So yeah, 200,000 I think is a number I would stand on.
Okay. For me, I don't know. I think I would say like 250 to 300.
250
to 300
to 300.
Yeah.
Why so much? So let's break that down. All right. So let's say 250. 250 divided by 12. How much is that per month?
Well, now also too, how much are you taking a home of that? In my position,
okay,
being self-employed,
yeah,
I can probably take more of that home.
So let's take out taxes to make the math easier. So how much take home do you need to be comfortable?
You said take home.
Take home. Now you think about taxes.
No expenses. Okay.
Come on,
I
St.
need
Jeopardy.
I need like 15 grand a month.
15 grand a month.
Yeah, because a lot of that I'm gonna stash away. I need to be able to, invest. Now when I think of my level of comfort, I'm thinking, like, I'm blessed with what I have now. Like,
Mhm.
I do have a level of comfortability now because I have, money tucked away.
Mhm.
I feel like I have my hand in various industries within my business.
Okay.
So I do have a level of comfort. But when
Okay.
I think of that, I'm thinking of a different level of comfort where it's almost like I don't have to think about it as much because I have X amount of dollars put away. And I'm thinking differently now too because of things like we had a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And what if we had something that was way worse where it's like, oh, there's poison gas outside. Like you can't go outside for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm always trying to think 10, 20 steps ahead of that.
15
That's my level.
grand a month. Break that down. How would you spend $15,000 a month?
You talk about no taxes or nothing.
Yeah. You take home 15,000. How would you spend 15,000?
I wouldn't spend it all.
Okay, well, I'm saying, what would it go to? What's your liabilities? Like,
I mean, of course, pay my mortgage.
okay, so how big of a house do you need for 15,000? That's a pretty nice
I don't
house.
even know if I necessarily right away would go and get a bigger house.
You would. You would.
Nothing crazy.
I mean, 15,000.
Yeah, but I don't plan on spending all that money on a mortgage. I would want to still keep that mortgage no more than $3,000 a month.
That's a nice house.
Right. I mean,
Okay, so 3,000 for a mortgage. So now you're down to 12,000. So what's the next 12,000 going to be for?
The next 12,000, obviously we need to put some aside for savings. So
Okay.
I would probably take I would take 4.
Okay.
And put it in savings.
Okay.
So now we're down to 8,000.
Yep.
Of course, you got things like car note, health insurance, cell phone, gas, all of that stuff. So let's say all of that together, food. Let's say all of that together.
3.
Yeah, I would say about 3. Let's say 3.
Okay.
All your bills.
You're at 11 now. You just had 8, right?
That was 8, but
so now you're 11.
No, we're going down.
Okay, gotcha.
So now we're at 5.
Okay. Yep.
There's $5,000 left.
Okay.
So now out of that 5,000, I want to take more, invest back in the business. So out of that 5,000, maybe take an additional 3,000.
Okay.
Put it back in for business. Now you're down to 2,000.
You have to put 3,000 in business every month.
I would say at least. I don't have to at the current moment, but I'm just saying, ideally, that's what I would do.
So 3,000.
Whether that's for future expansions in the business, whether it's equipment upgrades, things like that. And that's the thing. The money doesn't actually need to be spent right away. I don't even have to have a plan or a task for that money. It's more so it's how my mind works when I'm doing mental accounting. It may not be the best way of doing things. It works for me. It may not work for everybody, but I feel like that's a number right there where it's like, hey, just for the business, so the 3,000 a month right there.
I don't know if my math is right. So it's like 36,000 a year you put back into the business.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Keep going. So what's
currently? Left? Yes. So now you have $2,000 left.
And what's that? Just your miscellaneous ball out money?
I don't really ball out on stuff. Even though I could, it's just not my personality. Like, I don't need to show off for anybody. So
it's your last 2 for
maybe stock investments.
Okay, that's not bad. Jay, what you think, man? How much money you need to be comfortable, sir?
I'm a Cameron One.
I know you like your steaks.
I'm not used to Cameron One. All right, so like you guys said, it depends, right? You guys have kids. I don't have kids, so what I need to be comfortable is gonna be way less than what y'all need to be comfortable. I don't have to prepare for certain things, right?
Don't be modest, man. What you want? What's that number?
I think that. What'd you say, Joe? 15?
15,000 a month.
15.
What'd you say?
I think I said like 10,000.
10. I think I'm more around 10.
But if you said 200,000,
I'm sorry.
Then
I'm talking about after taxes though.
Yeah, because originally we wasn't talking about after taxes, so mine was lower.
Okay.
Yeah, so after taxes, I'm thinking probably Yeah, I think around 10 grand would be. I mean, to be comfortable, right?
Yeah.
If say your mortgage to 2,500, that's a nice house. I mean, that's a very nice house. Your car note. Let's say you have a car note.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably running.
Get you a Tahoe. That's a G.
I mean, yeah, you probably. I mean, you probably run around $800 for a nice car if you want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Then my wife got to have one too.
Of course,
so
man.
that's probably
She want a G-Wagon.
Yeah, let's call that 15 for car notes. You know, eventually, you know, you're gonna pay them off. So it's not gonna be consistent, consistent cost. Shoot, I'm just trying to do the math in my head. I mean, but I feel like I ain't making that now, so I feel like how much we making?
But do you feel
we
like
just talking about level of comfort?
But do you feel like when you start bringing in that amount of money, you start living like you make that amount?
Of course.
Now, well, that's why I say you need to save too. That's why.
But now you're not shopping at Food Line. I gotta get the freshest.
I still go to Food Line and grab little stuff.
No, but when you
box of cereal.
But when you're making 15,000, you want the organic stuff.
Yeah, but how far of a drive? You gotta, think about that too.
I mean, if I'm
Trader Joe's is up the Beltway, like.
I mean, if I'm making this money, I'm living with a Trader Joe's is.
Exactly.
Okay. That's the other thing.
Thank you.
If you spending that type of money on your car note, on your rent,
you're gonna live where people make money.
I mean, I think Joe's probably the most right, like 15 grand, especially in this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
In other areas, it's probably less, but in this area, I think 15. I mean, he's talking about putting money into a business and having hustle side stuff. So that's probably where you would really want to be to really just. I think if you've got making 15 grand a year, a month, 15 grand a month. Then I think that you're probably super comfortable. Like that's comfortable. You're going, you're not worried about any bills. You're never going to be worried about a bill. You're making that money, hopefully. Of course, you can make mistakes making up any amount of money.
Right.
But as long as you're smart with what you're doing, you're not overextending yourself. I mean, 15 grand a month would be great. But I think me and my wife, I think 10 grand a month.
Mm-hmm.
After taxes, I mean, that's $120,000 a year. Like that's a lot.
After tax, that's still good.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So that I'm just thinking about how much more that is.
So let's think about this. So we got a lot of people in this area, contractors, government employees that are making that money because that's like a GS 14 maybe you can make that amount of money.
Taxes, 120
that's still kind of hard. Yeah,
because you're probably making more like
100.
You're probably making more like 160. Or something like that before taxes.
It's something like that.